definitely in the conversation to be up there at the top of the scoreboard. As ladies and gentlemen, we get into it. The final map of the evening, our fourth quarterfinal. It will be NaVi starting the CT side. Definitely preferred. I can see a CZ there. That's going to be in the hands of Flamey. A smoke to work with a simple no defuse kit. And only one smoke and a Molotov for Astralis. Definitely suggests an inside play. Smoke down lower ramp, Molotov connector, or save it for the post-plant situation. Can have variations of that, of course, but Flamey pushes in with that CZ. Gets nothing for it. That'll be an early lead for the Astralis team.
So inside of the B site, it's the bomb to be planted. Xyp9x with a long shot to find Zeus. That was early. The rest are late. Glaive onto Edward with flames. Simple gets one back on dupreeh. Not surprising. He's almost going to get a kill on a pistol, surely. But he's getting closer to the bomb. As he gets closer, Xyp9x gets further behind them. Sneaks up toward the hitches, but unfortunately Electronics found him, shut him down, and although Simple gets close to the bomb, they don't have a kit. Look at the HP, though. There might be enough time. Simple's going to get on this, and Glaive can't do anything about it. They've successfully retake this down. Yeah, they have. I had to go silent. I couldn't quite hear the ticking, but they've got this.
Yeah, absolutely got it. Not a problem. Simple baits them out with the smoke on top of the bomb, touches it, and his teammate backs them up. That's the opening pick for Astralis as well. They get the bomb down, but can't close it out. Didn't push aggressively enough, it seemed, as managed to be picked off one by one. The Silence USPs rotated through, and they weren't really assertive enough. They got that opening pick, but they wanted to slow it right down instead of getting in there and taking advantage of that opening pick. It seemed like they wanted to wait and maybe consider their options, which is fine, but ultimately allow the CTs to have enough to come back into the round. Eco this one, AK's coming out on the third. So, objective here is get the bomb down again if possible. That's one of the teams who go towards the B site. Easy to trade out a kill if you have 5 players going down the lower ramp.
Five players indeed.
So inside is where they'll head. Looking like they'll focus on the upper ramp for now. No flashbangs, no smokes. Just have to go all in. Remember, it's Zeus now that plays inside for NaVi instead of Flamey, who used to be the anchor. He'll be there to back him up for now, though. Flamey watches up. Zeus has lower covered. Working in tandem right now. That should deny absolutely everything. They might get one kill there. That's enough, I guess, considering it's a full eco. No plants to be seen, but that's the basic idea you saw there. I prefer them just focusing on one area, like lower ramp, instead of splitting up. You definitely give them a chance to get a 5-man spray down, but more often than not, they'll get 2 or 3, and you can get a kill or maybe a plant. This is what it was building up to, though. Round number 3, the AKs will come out. Smokes, flashbangs, Molotovs. Not clear who's going to be winning this one, as you saw on the odds right now. NaVi coming back to life in the second map has definitely given them a fighting chance of making the semi-finals. As we'll get into an aggressive push from Simple. They're using the smoke to push anyone back and try and bait out some utility on that side. And he just was to be spamming the smoke now as Edward watches the pop dog room and MP9.
Glaive. Couple quick shots, but no success in landing. Early buy for Astralis puts them in a great position if they win it, and a very vulnerable one if they do not. Boost up device toward dupreeh, so it's dupreeh that's up above. We see it now. Thank you very much. We're top of the smoke, trying to spot on top of red tree. No one's going to be able to do so. It's Edward that gets close to the ladder. Electronic to bail him out behind. There is a Molotov available, but no one over toward position to capitalize when they're flushed out. It would mean a wide peek from dupreeh, and it's device that has the Molotov to begin with, and he's at A main. So instead, Glaive and Xyp9x take the bomb and head toward the brown halls. They'll be joined shortly by Device, who's going by now. Magisk will watch the top of the ladder, and dupreeh the last to go by. Better be sure to be ready for the fact that an MP9 is going to be coming up that ladder, which means it has movement potential, which means coming up the ladder at speed, it can be deadly if it gets behind them. And it looks like it's going to go as well. Electronic, I take it back. He's backed off. It's Edward instead. Zeus, Flamey, they'll combine for 3. Device, Glaive only for 1 in return. Missed shots from Glaive, but he makes up for it. The problem is that Edward has gone for the flank. He took the rifle, not the SMG, and he makes it work for NaVi. It's 3 rounds to 0.
They fend off the force buy from Astralis there. The third round, AKs cannot get a plant. Running out of time in the flank from lower ramp. Means the bomb did not get planted, and the round goes in favor of NaVi. Great start on the CT side now. Astralis trading out kills up until a point, and then it all started to fall apart. We wanted to see an AWP for a Device, at least for a while. Maybe next round, as I'll take the full eco here. Not purchasing anything at all, really. 1 Deagle, 1 P250, no nades. Simple has the AWP, and watch out for him. He's going to be devastating on the CT side. Difficult to contain. There's all the tendencies of his opposition. Seems to know all the pre-fires and spots they like to hold. We cast a lot of him in the Pro League. We've seen him a few times on train. It's one of the key takeaways I've seen from his play. Nice shot from Flamey. Executes Glaive.
Good nade, but it's going to be a little late to catch Magisk. Okay, fair enough. Puts him on to 79. Flamey waits as they round the corner. So NaVi with the great early start not only wins the pistol, but the first gun round, and now potentially the 4th round afterward against just hand cannons. To be fair, 1 hand cannon Device with the Deagle, the rest on clocks or P250s. Flamey, good position, lining them up. He'll get all 3. Surprisingly gets all 3. Simple Edward and Zeus will wonder where their bullets went, but Flamey's got them all, and it's 4-0.
It is indeed. The AWP can come out for the first time. Armor, AWP doesn't opt for the helmets. He goes for a smoke, suggesting they're going to need it for some sort of execution here. 4-0 for the CT side. No back and forth gameplay that we've seen on the other maps in this series so far. Good work. Number 5 coming in. AWP for both the key players on either side. I'm going to see no one towards Ivy at the very start of the round for Astralis. They are focusing on the inside area, going for the brown horse control. Maybe setting up some smokes towards outside. Well, like we said, Zeus will be the primary target for them. Maybe have the weaker fraggers, like the in-game leaders, towards an anchor position. That's where you'll try and focus. Flashes come in. Zeus now repositions towards the ladder. Glaive can't find the killing blow there. Most of the utility expended as they go towards inside, and Debris, as mentioned, takes down the 1 player. So they're trying to show anything they can towards outside to pull the key players away, i.e. Flamey from the inside bomb side. Leave Zeus alone, isolated. They drop all the utility outside and hope it just leaves Zeus alone. They go in there, nail that first shot, and you can see the reaction it has. They have to save straight away. If you just lose the side like that, no response whatsoever, no damage inflicted, you just have to just save the weaponry. And that, I think that's going to be a common trend. I think you need to get Simple in there with the AWP a few rounds in a row, just to assert his dominance on that side of the map, protect it at the very start. Zeus is not a player that's going to find 2-3 kills while holding the inside bomb side. It's just not in his wheelhouse. Bomb will go off. Only 1 kill in a round of Counter-Strike. Quite rare to see that. We're still yet to see the holy grail of no kills in a round win.
Yeah, that's quite rare. Can you have a name for that?
We were trying to think of one. I can't remember what we gave it. It was so rare that we've never actually had to name it. But it will happen one day.
Well, Astralis with their first. It leaves Device on the op. Brings Simple back to his. The save. And game on. Battle on. Party on, Garth.
Party on, Wayne.
Device with the op is looking for the ladder toward green. The marksman. Didn't spot Electronic. The smoke was just tall enough to conceal him sliding up red train.
Pallet boost being used at this point, and 2 players in towards Pop Dog allows you to have a defense in front of the smokes and in an isolated area, but that's a nice shot. We did say he'll be troublesome for Astralis on this map, and that's exactly why. Device didn't even see that coming. Great shot there, and his eyes said it all. Cold, dead eyes.
Feels bad, man.
Give him a kiss on the forehead. Say goodnight.
Press F. He's going to... That was quick, too. Device is going to be really, really worried about this battle if that keeps happening.
Remember, he's not feeling 100% confident in the AWP right now. The Major, he wasn't even the main AWPer. That was a
mistake, in my opinion.
That was a massive mistake, but that just suggests he's not 100% confident in the weapon. Up against Simple, is one of the most devastating AWPers in CSGO in terms of raw skill and how fast he can be and how nimble he is. He can be very frustrating to play against, and he might be a little bit worried to pick up the AWP again. Good kills, though, from Electronic. Simple doesn't nail that one. Glaive will be dropped, and this is going to be a round as Simple starts to wreak terror on the map. It will be 5-1 and a reset round for Astralis. No bomb planted either. They're on a okay point, actually. I thought it'd be a lot less than this. Remember, all 5 players did survive in the previous round. That's why I forgot that small factor. Only 1 kill happened in the previous. So they are reset, sure, but there's enough to at least get the AKs out again. Magus could drop an AWP, but he'll have nothing else. No armor, no nades, and he'll have to be dropped an AK in return. Cannot drop armor, for anyone who's not aware. He should be at this point. What are we looking at? 1-1-1 for Zipex, Dupree, and Magisk. 2 kills for Device, 2 for Glaive.
NaVi shutting them down completely.
They are. They're looking scary.
I think Astralis had to close this last map, to be honest.
They should have done. It was their game.
They're going to look a bit like G2 if they don't do it now.
It's weird for G2, isn't it? I'm still
Second time it's happened.
The way they keep crashing out. I think the stat that was read out in the analysis section, they haven't got out of the group state. They haven't got past the quarterfinal since September last year, which is an event they won.
Malmo?
Yes, which is Malmo.
Yep.
And they've got out of the group stages formidably most of the time, and then it all just goes wrong in that quarterfinal. So AKs are out. As we said, they got reset, but they've had 5 players survive in the round previous. Money okay in that respect. No AWP to work with. Maybe that's a blessing in disguise, though. No one to challenge Simple. Zeus again. Keep focusing on him.
Well, they're going to. They know he's inside. The problem is that they got Flamey there as well. And Flamey is red hot. Completely ignited on Flames. He's going to turn back to get Glaive. Simple takes down Dupree. 6-1 NaVi. Yep, fans are loving it, naturally so. Here into the midnight hours. Not quite. We're just rolling on to 11 o'clock now.
It is worrying sometimes how fragile Zeus is in certain positions. And you do see this in other teams as well. Like, if you think back to the major grand final, you think of Carrigan in the B-bomb sites against Cloud9 and stuff. Like, they focus on him and start rushing a Mirage. And it was something we really noticed, and it makes sense. If you know that player's not got the capability, perhaps, to find multi-frags against some of the world's best aimers, then why not keep focusing on it? But luckily, as you mentioned, Flamey was there. He picked up the pieces. 6-1, full eco with Glocks.
Zipex to move to the corner. Join in with the pistol train. But it's more of a pain train right now as NaVi is the conductor and they're not stopping for anyone.
Oh my goodness. How many kills has Flamey got right now?
A lot more than he did on Inferno already. 16 kills.
So they've got, what, 6 kills in total?
7, 8, 9 kills total on all of Astralis,
so
and he has 16.
He's got almost double what they have.
Oh my god.
And a single player after 9 rounds, after 8 rounds.
He has way more than he already had on Inferno.
Yeah.
Flamey, man. Whoa, this is not, I mean, poor Astralis. They're just getting absolutely battered right now. They
absolutely are. Magisk, who was great on Inferno, 1-7. Dupree, one of the star players of this team, 1-7. Zipex Device, 2-7. It's not looking good. They look like they're mentally checked out of this one after dropping Inferno. NaVi, though, quite the opposite. Flamey rises from the ashes. Dupree had to Molotov himself out of that position. They know he's there, and HG will do it. Edward doesn't want to make it that easy. No, he's overextended, though. That was greedy. No need for that. Actually gives up the frag, if anything. And that's one of the key examples I've seen now of that bullet click when you've only got 4 bullets left in your mag actually becoming a factor. They could hear him shooting and getting down to the dead man's click, and then as soon as it happened, they came around the corner and killed him, knowing he has no bullets left.
So 18 HP for dupreeh. Edward gone.
Yeah, it somehow worked out for them.
Did that click? I know. That was a huge controversy when it was introduced.
Wasn't actually a big deal at all, though, was it?
No,
at the end?
but I still think it kind of is at times. I think situationally it can be.
I think, yeah, it's just something you have to take into account, you know? Like, if you're going to make a massive play, you've got 3 bullets left in your clip, then this is part of the game. It's not like a bad or a good thing, but it's just something a bit different and mix things up.
Either way, Zeus.
All that nade.
Cover off the Molotov, position on cross. Doesn't quite go far enough to actually get to the cross, but you're right, the nade could have. dupreeh, thankfully, for whatever reason, I didn't quite see his perspective, stopped and looked down the lane. Having not gone through, he won't catch the nade dead on, but he certainly catches a bullet from Electronic, also having a good game. Everyone's kind of overshadowed right now by Flamey, who's on 17 kills, excuse me, but Electronic is keeping up with Simple. Simple is taken down by Device. You're right, he's in great position. He's got to hit the shot on Flamey. Manages to do so with Flamey down, team dead. We got a round, boys.
Absolutely, you have a round. And it's going to be a pretty good one for Astralis to recover the AWP. That's Device. Coming up large there, pushing towards the connector, being patient, finds Simple in the back, and wasn't the cleanest kills towards the upper round, but he got it done. Teammate Magisk chimes in towards the end as well in a bomb site. Once again, just a note. 7-2. Zipex down to the UMP. Still can't get going here. Device watches towards the red train for anyone boosting themselves up through the ladder. Good play. We've seen this position from Astralis, actually. It's normally dupreeh's on that little ledge, and then we saw him get an ace there the other day.
Yep. On
Pro League. That was actually pretty sick. And this time, getting a taste of their own medicine. Seems like it's a little bitter. As they'll fully commit towards outside. Glaive caught his nades out, though. Electronic looking to get multi-frags here. Can't quite convert that one, but he has dinked up another. Mage is down to 7, and Simple standing in the flames. Needs to be very careful here. Edward. Players all around him. Simple left in a 2 versus 1. dupreeh and Magisk to try and win this one out. They'll retreat with the bomb. And now Simple has to read what they're doing.
So number advantage for trade is certainly favorable for Astralis. The fact that it's also an AWP makes that HP almost irrelevant. But it is Simple. He's going to get between them as well. That's going to isolate this to the pistol. Easy shot, and that's the bomb. Trades, boys, trades.
He knows exactly what's going on, doesn't he?
Oh, he's well aware. He would have heard Magisk go by as well. As we split the screens to watch them both. Missed shot!
Ooh.
Missed shot in the AWP. That's exactly the problem with it. If we knew Magisk was low, the pistol might have been better served. So 2 rounds in a row for Astralis.
Well, there we have it. Still a chance for Astralis. Down but not out. Simple doesn't look too happy at that one. Knows he had the read. He had everything going in his favor, but couldn't quite find that killing shot there. My goodness. That was a special shot there from Magisk. Boy, I didn't think he'd recover that situation, but he managed to do it. Going to round number 11 here. Tactical pause, ready to calm down. 3 AWPs, of course, from NaVi. Why not? Edward, Simple, and Flamey. Is this a time to throw the game? That's what they're making the call?
It's a big investment, considering they had a very substantial lead. They lose this, that's gone. And you know one of those ops is going to go aggressive. So the call has to be, unfortunately, I say this for Astralis, they don't have an op of their own, because it seems like an obvious pick to wait at Ivy for one of those ops or wait toward Brown Halls. They're AKs, but Zipex has the jump. Simple's going to go low side. That might throw them for a loop. They won't quite get the same angle. So Edward, op number 2 or op number 3, I guess, behind Flamey if you want to get technical, out toward Ivy. Flamey covering Z toward A main, and Simple close quarters on the ramp at B. Those are your 3 ops. Electronic's going to know that they're above the ladder at the very least. That much is evident. This is the Astralis approach to it. Push them back, flash over the top, check out, find Boiler. Or excuse me, Pop Dog. We're not on Inferno anymore. Good shot from Flamey on the first AWP. It's Device down, and Glaive boosted to try and spot any head that he can inside of the site. Sees it, but no sooner does he see it than the Molotov lands at their feet, and they have to scurry on. And this might still go Navi's way with the HP as it is, and they're not really getting much territory. It's behind the E-box. Zeus knows that Glaive exists. 24 HP. Problem if the M4 gets loose. The fact that it is just the one rifle, however, does create complications if they can get in the sight and get the bomb down. He can see his feet underneath the train, blinded up. He expects that he's going to continue running forward. But dupreeh does not. He slows down so the op shot doesn't land, and Flamey's going to have to rotate back in. Still, Astralis wants to go slowly. Good headshot through the edge of the train. Keeps Flamey alive. He's going to spot top blue, but can't get the shot in time. Edward knows he's there as well, but there's still no angle. And dupreeh onto Flamey takes one of the ops down. It gives them a chance for a plant, and Xyp9x is going to add to it, complement it, and give them a 4 versus 2. Simple tries to slip back in. It is the bomb. Just barely planted. Okay, it was the second player behind it. 5 seconds to go. They got it down. And it's just Edward remaining. Oh, no, Edward.
Not an AWPer.
Certainly not.
Why they've gone for 3 ops on him especially as well, I could not tell you. Bizarre scenes. Good way to start throwing the game, if you ask me. And it wasn't the prettiest round from Astralis, but they grinded it out. And the 3 ops are shut down. And NaVi still will be buying here. Probably are going to go the full distance now. NaVi looked like they were going to be setting themselves up for the easy run into the semi-final in the 3rd map, but not anymore. They've made things a little bit more challenging with their financial decisions. Towards inside once again. We know why. We discussed it already. It's just Zeus alone there with just a FAMAS. He's anchoring by himself, and is he strong enough to do so? Time will tell. He's got 3 players coming towards him. Needs to find at least 1 kill here. Gets that. Trade should come through. Actually gets a double this time. Good positioning from him. Manages to keep the dream alive for NaVi somewhat, but Xyp9x not done just yet.
Not done at all at this point in time. Glaive gonna sneak around behind them, giving Astralis their best chance yet as Edward takes down NaVi. Glaive's got electronic back in return, but Simple with the AWP steals yet another round back. No bomb planted, and it's 8-4 for NaVi.
Well, there we have it. Zeus does step up finally in the inside bomb side. 2 kills at a FAMAS. Luckily, they focused towards the upper ramp, dropped down. He managed to come out on top for round number 13. Another pause. They are going to be using all of them, it feels like. In terms of the Astralis cash, 2K on 3 of them. That's dupreeh, Device, and Glaive. Magis with 4,200. Xyp9x, 64. He's top fragging right now with 6 kills. Same story for dupreeh and Device. They've both got the same amount. Glaive, 4 and 11. No one really stepping up. Flamey slowing down on 18 kills now. Simple on 12. As we'll start heading towards the final few rounds of the first half here. Will they buy? Don't have to. Doesn't look like they will. They'll take some upgraded pistols here. A few smokes, flashbangs. A chance for NaVi to extend their lead. To be fair, Astralis have had a lot of comebacks on train in the past. Think back to the E-League Major in Atlanta. That's how they close things out. Comebacks on train are sometimes their specialty.
So flash out, but a fast play. Simple's already in their face. Flamey, I thought was going to get 2 for 1. He does tag Device, and the nade might do the rest. Oh, thank you very much. It's almost like he was doing one of those World War II heroic plays where the nade gets thrown in and just get on top of it. Just cover it with your whole body, take it for the team. But 9-4 for NaVi, no less.
I think, yeah, the idea of that is you do put the helmet on it. You don't just throw it. You don't
right,
say,
listen, not everyone's that smart. Did you not see? I think it was
Right.
Saving Private Ryan, wasn't it? He just jumps on a grenade.
I can't
There's
remember.
a bunch of war movies. There's a bunch of stories where that actually happened, apparently.
Wow.
One guy just jumps in and saves the rest.
Scene, isn't it?
I'd do it for you, Henry.
It's good, man. I'm enjoying it. It's lovely.
I mean, I apologize if you get some of my blood on you, but
Yeah. Well then.
no disrespect.
No.
The helmet's smart. I actually hadn't heard that before. I don't know if that'd be enough, though. That would hurt your hand, surely.
I'm sure it would hurt, yeah. It's not going to be a pain-free experience. But either way, I have no idea. But see what happens here. Opening pick, though, nice and early for Xyp9x. Finally showing us some of that form. Astralis so desperately need here. Simple Flamey on double ops, not triple.
Yeah, I think it happened in Fury. Someone said in chat it's Fury. I think that might be right.
There you go.
Smokes, flashes, sprays. None of it successful until now. Edward gets one, bomb goes down, finds Xyp9x as well on the pistol. And the last remaining player to be an immediate threat is dupreeh. He's gone. Device is going to back away, and they're going to chase him down as well. They know he's got that AWP, and they want it.
When was the last very successful event for Astralis? I'm trying to think back when it hasn't looked worrying for them.
E-League, January 2017.
Yeah, that the last trophy they picked up was the major?
No,
that can't be right.
No. They got E-League after that. Did they get...
No, Optic did
Optic got... No, that was the one before. FaZe got the one after that. Yeah, when was the last? Someone let us know. I'm sure Duncan's up there cringing, wondering why we can't figure that out. I'm sure there's been another one since that time, but...
I've destroyed all my brain cells, so I'm aware of it. My memory's gone.
You can't kill what's... Or what is dead may never die. You know what it is.
That's perfect. You can't even remember the quote. There you go. Both brains rotting away. As we go and see round number 15. CZ's only for Astralis here. Smokes, flashbangs, Molotovs. And we'll see Simple and Flamey back in that double AWP setup. Edward has said, you know what, guys? I'll listen to you next time. The AWP's not for me. I'll put it down and use the rifle. Inside execution coming in. They keep trying to push the envelope this side of the map. I'm telling you, it's just because they know Zeus plays in and is hoping we can trade him out. Surely he won't get 2 frags again.
Katowice, that's right. Katowice was exactly it. They're the defending champions, and they go back
That's right.
next week to try and defend that, which is going to be an issue. That is 100% correct. They beat FaZe in the final. Thank you, chat. You were smarter than Henry and I combined, which doesn't really say much.
They have got Google as well, so we won't give them too much credit. But
we have Google as well, Henry. We didn't use it.
We've got a bit more pressure on us. Live broadcast and everything. Either way, Zipex trying to close things out. And he'll have the AWP now. Again, not on an AWPer. And we'll see if he can even survive for 1 kill. Jumps up. Doesn't work out for him. 11-4 map in the third and deciding map here, the last quarterfinal of the day. They're going to need this pistol. Absolutely so. And they move over to the CT side. So that's not too bad. They win the pistol. All bets are off. They're right back in it. We'll see what happens. Good halves of exchange. GH.
Act of Valor is apparently another film that happened in Henry.
Okay.
So 11-4 NaVi after battling back on Inferno. Didn't quite go so well on Nuke. That said, there was signs of problems there for Astralis. That was their map choice. They went 8-7 on the CT side of Nuke. Now their T side looked a little bit more composed. They had somewhat of a game plan that obviously was that much better than, or a little bit better than NaVi's, who don't play the map. So the fact that it was close there might have indicated to us that Astralis weren't necessarily on form. They certainly weren't on Inferno, and now NaVi are swinging the pendulum far in the other direction. We'll see if they can hold it with 5 rounds from advancing to the semifinals tomorrow.
Top fragger on the T side is Zipex of 8, dupreeh 7. And they're down 11-4.
Flamey's slowed down a little bit, but still 21 after 15 is pretty damn good.
Just relaxing the ears there, Edward. They are tight headsets from what I've read. Obviously the crowd in there. Do need the soundproof headsets these days.
Certainly. No question about it. Stars above indicate who's alive. Oh, excuse me. Who's alive and who's dead. So in the last round, 3 players staying alive. Was the 3 on the right. But we reset. We do it again. Pistols to begin. And if NaVi win this, they're going to be in a fantastic position.
Oh, yes. It's never that easy, though, Matt.
It never is.
It never seems to happen. I think I've said that about 10 times the last few months. Anyway. They win this pistol, it's over. It's never come through. There's something about this position that just eludes teams, and we'll see if this is any different. There's dupreeh trying to get 1. Just about nails a shot there, but an exchange comes in.
Wow.
Simple is going berserk with the P250. My God, what is that?
Done. Oh,
2
USP.
clips, and he had another chance to finish it off, but that's definitely done now. Zipex has not been in good enough form to take this one down. Simple is just godlike sometimes. There's no way you can learn how to be that good. You can't teach it. You're just born with that sort of talent. Unbelievable.
And knowing to get on top of the ticket booth above the smoke as well with the USP. Such great positioning and awareness. His teammates would take care of the one that he could not get due to the reload. He takes care of the rotation, 12-4. And immediately MAC-10s are bought up. Now, what's the rest of the call on this? And I think this is, it's tactical from NaVi because they want to talk about exactly how to approach this. If they go too, I guess, conservative with SMGs. I know it's a very liberal thought process of going with the bonus round and building up the money. If they don't get range brought out in the weapons, they could actually concede to pistols at range, especially if a scout comes out, which it has for Device. So they need to have a good, healthy mix. 2 AKs is how they're going to approach this, and they need to make sure they do not lose this eco. They want to put this to bed as easily as possible.
Yeah, this might be a little bit tricky, though. Astralis, just to know, not force buying them, Matt. They will just be getting upgraded pistols, no armor. So this might be a little bit easier than what NaVi used to. They're the masters of giving up this round. They're probably like focusing on the next round at this point, thinking this one's already over for themselves because they never win these. But let's see. NaVi will be up against Mr. Device's scout. He rotates towards inside. Bombs down. No fast commitment, of course, from NaVi. At least they're not just running a contact play separated right now.
So, walking in. AK is revealed because of the pre-fires toward Ivy. 3-2 split. Bomb left at T-spawn. Flamey knowing that now they've got at least control of Hell and Quad, two of, in my opinion, the most important parts of taking the outer site. Will go back to get the bomb. And Simple's not relinquishing at all as he finds yet another kill on his Xyp9x. It's electronic. That'll find Magisk, and Edward is well aware that little booties, as you would say, were going up the ladder.
The beautiful little booties. And it will be quite the clean round from NaVi here. No kills given up just yet. Device with no other option but to save his scout by the looks of things. Bomb down, and NaVi don't need to hunt too much. They know they haven't been forced into this one. Just them who's got weapons to go up. Edward seems to want to at least give them a chance. Falls back eventually. We'll see what happens here. Round number 13 guaranteed at this point. And they have to be full eco next. That's why they're having to just save whatever weaponry they can. But I'm sorry, but when I saw the second half of Inferno, I felt like Astralis were just checked out at that point. They're still not looking like a team that can compete with Simple in this current form right now. Thirteen rounds.
13 rounds. Astralis have a mountain to climb. And the weather's not good at the top.
No, it's looking cold and desperate.
Edward. Magisk out towards Simple. Spot one at least. Tagged to 32 already. Backs off. Has to. No question about that. Good shot from Flamey. Trades off a glaive. Edward compliments his counterpart. Nice shot.
Respectful.
Very respectful. Chatting at the pearly gates, just waiting the purgatorial decision.
Yeah. Well, still a chance here for Astralis, albeit a slim one. If they can find a few mistakes here from NaVi, and that scout can cause some damage, maybe they could do something with this one. No, head towards outside by the looks of things. Flashbang's coming from Electronic. Nade towards Pop Dog as they shoot out the windows. Once again, Zeus he misses that nade pretty much every time.
Yeah, he's not great at it, is he? Trigonometry, boys.
So the idea of that nade is to bounce so deep that it lands in the entrance of Pop Dog, but we've seen him miss it about 4 times now.
Yeah, I think it was yesterday. He shot it. He was spamming through after, but it looked like he was shooting out the second layer in frustration. Bomb planted. Device with the scout is going to try and spot into the side. I may have said that very Canadian there. I apologize. Didn't mean to that time either. Good shot, Dupree on the deagle. Takes down Simple.
Yes, kills coming in vain here, as we'll see them get close to maybe doing something with this one, but the MAC-10 coming to life now. A couple of kills there. They'll recover an AK-47, so maybe not completely useless.
They might. They should now.
Just guaranteeing the round at this point. Let him save the guns, whatever. Let's just get the round on the board. There's one gone, and that was not the AK. Zipex will have that in CT spawn as he makes his way towards Inner. No one goes down with the bomb. Oh, look at that.
Would you just look at it?
Flames and everything.
Well, flames. Flamey. Still
Flamey.
atop the charts. 23, 3, and 8. 19, 3, and 6. And 13 kills for Electronic. He's tapered off a little bit, but all's well that ends well, and we're getting nearer to that end because it is 14-4 for NaVi. Guns again for Astralis in what will be a last-ditch effort, I should say. So Electronic already outside of A main. Magisk just spotted. Didn't quite get there in time, though. Flash was headed a direction, so he had to slip around, and already Simple has taken down Device. That battle hasn't even existed in this game.
It really hasn't, has it? It's a very good point. Device just hasn't.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, look at that.
Just look at it. But you're right. He's been getting wrecked.
Well, Glaive, can he do anything about this? Mages can. Takes down Zeus, and there we go. Connects the shot. 3-on-3 still, though. And Zipex will fight back. Starting to come to life now, but not for long. Flamey sends him back to help. And Glaive actually looking pretty decent with this AWP.
Don't see that every day. Simple's was rather easy, given that the gun barrel was sticking out for so long. Dupree, Glaive versus Edward. And Edward's going to walk directly into Glaive. Is the op still sufficient in his hands? It is. Gray screen still for Edward, and Glaive had time to react. 14-5. I switched the 5 and the 4 around.
Round 20.
Not a lot of money left for NaVi. This will be last buy for a bit.
Same story for Astralis if they win. They know if they can reset them now, they'll have match point, series points, and money will be completely gone for the Danish side. So definitely worth a punt here. Oh, it's the Orb of Glaive that saved the day. No Orb on Simple this round, so haven't got that to contend with at least. Zipex wanted to challenge there, but he knows better of it now.
Ooh, return fire. Misclick from Zeus, he actually jumped.
I got you, bro.
And then Simple's like, don't worry, I'm here, man.
I got this. All
If
good.
you got a cape, I'll wear it, but it's fine otherwise.
Zeus looked like he was done for there, but Simple certainly saves the day. Takes down Dupree as well. That will bait out some utility, force a rotation, make things uncomfortable. It's Magisk who has to try and avoid Zeus, but he can't do it. 5-on-3. We did just point out this is an extremely important round as Glaive gets wrecked by Flamey. And Zipex now probably has to consider saving absolutely everything. They're not going to win a 5-on-2, especially with the AWP on retake. Smokes will come in, missed shot. That look of distress from Device says it all, and another player goes down here. He might not have a chance to save the AWP. He'll be desperate if he does so. Probably gets Simple, but then he has to fend off the ensuing terrorist. They spot him go towards CT spawn. Definitely saw his back there. Zeus will be ready and waiting in this position. Crouches, nails the shot. Money completely eradicated. Everyone's already gone. It's not over yet.
It's not over. They're packing up.
Pack it up.
What time are we at? 11:14. There must be a last bus or something that goes by out front.
I think that it's getting ready to get the signatures, so they get right at the front.
Ah, true.
You know,
that's exactly what they're doing. Look how angry that man with the hat is. That is a furrowed brow if I've ever seen one.
He's not happy. So CZ's armor.
I suppose they are trying to blow up a train yard, so
Yeah.
they're probably not happy
Probably
gentlemen.
not a good place. Not a very jovial time.
I'm not in a good place either, Henry. It's okay.
Oof, inside rush, going to work out potentially here, but Simple, he saves the day again. Edwards who converts, and ladies and gentlemen, that is it. We are saying goodbye to Astralis, and hello NaVi on home soil. They get it done, and they book themselves a place in the semi-finals. Fantastic work, especially from Flamey in the initial 10 rounds or so. He looked godlike.